Milan get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Well, Bojan Krkic set a number of goal-scoring records in his youth, and you can still see in him the qualities that make... And the shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And the game springs instantly to life.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Alexander-Arnold is onto this. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Bojan. And he's worked it through. It's a threatening ball. Decent chance! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Milan really could have done without this. So this to extend their lead. That is some save from Khan. Oh, no, he misses from the spot.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that has been knocked clear. And that is out of play. In by Bojan. Tries to get it clear. Well read, nice interception. And it's Bojan, out towards the flank. Romario, chance for a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And that was probably asking just too much.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Pinches it off him. Great vision. And he cuts out the supply. That is good alertness. He shifted it to the flank. Romario. Great chance! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well-timed, excellent interception. Alexander-Arnold plays a sharp little ball here. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Well, that has not gone well. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's made its way to him. Romario. Rice. Pele. That's a pretty loose pass. Early ball out from the back. And he's intervened well there.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Olise is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Pele. It's come through and he's had a quick look in. Chance! Ibrahimovic gets flagged offside. Out for a throw. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a key interception. Aimed beyond the defence. And there is the half-time whistle. So your views on the first half?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing. Don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Here we go again then.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Romario is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that has been cut short. Pele, some resolute defending there. And he was quick to react.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Can he get on the end of this? He's picked his way through. Can he finish? And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. Well, they've got it again. Looking for a runner. Nicely worked.
There they go, hunting again.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So a chance here. What can they make of it? Looking here to alter the direction of the game. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Alexander-Arnold certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Kagawa threads one in. Pass is just off target. Kukchu. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, super find. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Koundé gets good distance on it. Bojan. Now this could be a chance. Might be danger here. That's a cute ball. Olise providing an outlet on that flank. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, that was coming, Peter. You know, he was on a final warning after all.
Alexander-Arnold looking to play it into the box. Koundé knocks it out wide. Back into the middle. Tries a shot! He's scored! Just one goal in it now! Game on! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
It's Pele! So close to drawing level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
This is their second corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. Hit into the middle. Keeper's dealt with that. The final 5 minutes.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
No, that's been intercepted. Cleared without complication. Out of play for a throw. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Marquinhos gets it away. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And we're done. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. Looking for options for movement. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And he's managed to gift it back. Quality ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's put paid to a promising move. Throw in. Oh, that's fabulous. Olise's cross. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm. And the finish! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Alexander-Arnold. Now that looks a decent ball. Pass is just off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's picked his way through. David Villa. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And here's Zanetti. Zanetti finds himself offside. Milan are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Now it's Olise.
There they go, hunting again.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Played into space. Oh, that's a key interception. Almost half an hour in now. Oh no, and the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Milan are looking to go. Dembele! And he's really put himself on the line here. It's their second corner of the game. He gets big! He's delivered all right! And it's Iraq who take the lead. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that's definitely not his best. And that has been clubbed away. Out of play for a throw. Pele. No way through there. Looking to play him in. No, it's come to nothing. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now that's well seen too. He's gone for goal. Keeper is right behind it.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
He came in hard, very hard. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team.
It's Ibrahimovic! And he thumps it clear. Now, can they get him away? Stoichkov. Pass somewhat off target. Olise. Knocks it into space. He's on it. Can he get away? And he's on his way! Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. A probing pass.
Iraq have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Pele. And it's Dembele. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Oh, good taking him. And he shoots! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, what has happened here? And he decides to cross it.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Great ball, and he's David Villa! Alexander-Arnold is there, and he can get that clear. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Xabi Alonso showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's a throw. He's shifting through the gears here. Kukcu aimed beyond the defence, and that's been slipped through.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Kagawa, and this is Ibrahimovic. Not the most accurate pass. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Tries to play it through. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Caught offside that time.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks and sustain some pressure.
Kagawa. Great vision. And he was quick to react. And he's there to belt it away. Rice. So that's it. It is all over. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescent. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this guy...
Mbappe! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? He's got himself an absolute peach. The ideal start.
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's got full. Goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Oh, that's neat. And this is Pele. He can get that clear. Well, they've got it again. Now it's Kagawa. Tries to play it through. Now this could be a chance. He's beaten the last man. Cleared without complication. Chiellini is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, no joy this time. Oh, that's fabulous. Neymar. Oh, such a clever touch. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who... And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Olise. He's picked his way through.
Pretty robust defending.
Cannavaro pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. He is through here. Neymar. Big chance! Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. He'll know exactly where he wants to put it. Goal! Barcelona! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Barcelona go into the lead. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run.
Goes for a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Neymar can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Can he get on the end of this? And he's certainly on. Decent chance! Danger averted for now. Oh, what has happened here? And he's taking no chances there. Beckham charging forward, the ball at his feet. Kagawa gets into some space. He's got away. Oh, he's been... Real chance! Sticks it away! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The lightness of step, and that'll be the last act of the first half. And we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Tries a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Good reason for optimism here. And he's managed to get rid. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Looking to play him in. And that interception was most necessary. Now, can they get him away? Kagawa. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Well, there's the clearance. Milan have reclaimed it. Oh, played through for the wide man. Pele. And now they can clear their lines. Now it's Dani Olmo. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, super find. It's Pele! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. It's off target and by quite a way.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And he's had it nicked away. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Milan really could have done without this. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Had too much room. It was one of those instances when desperate measures were called for and it was a reckless lunge.
To increase the lead. Calm as as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Barcelona grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Beckham standing over it. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Raul. And this is Ibrahimovic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That's gone for a throw-in. Barcelona claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And the keeper beats it away. Goes for the shot! Olise. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. Knocks it into space. Out to the right. Oh, super ball. Roll! And it's in! A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And that's that. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, I wonder a little bit what role this guy, Matheus Cunha, has been asked to play here, Peter, because despite all his
big header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And here's Ibrahimovic. It's a loose ball. Decent chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Matheus Cunha. And that's really well manoeuvred. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That's a pretty loose pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's shifting through the gears here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Probably be looking to play it square from here. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Alexander-Arnold is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's in a great position here. And now they can clear their lines. Not the most accurate pass. Lee Kang-in. So it is still 0-0. Oh, that's well spotted. Xavi Alonso. And no, that was never going to make it. Looking for the run. Lee Kang-in will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pele. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pedri. Lee Kang-in can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, good taking. And Batistuta! And that is wildly off target.
Well, at least that improves their tally when it comes to shots on goal, but they have to start doing a lot better.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Matheus Cunha!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Kagawa. Great vision. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with...
And it's Neymar. Goes for a shot! He's scored! There is the breakthrough! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look at...
It's roll! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Dani Olmo. Matías Cunha. And this is Batistuta. And this is Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Batistuta. Deftly away. That is ended up in no man's land. Batistuta. And this is Neymar. Lofted in. Well, there's the clearance. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Khan gets good distance on it, and he's there to retrieve it. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now it's Matías Cunha. Batistuta. Batistuta, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pele is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's having a shot! Really well taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Oh, this is a great position. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Dani Olmo. Matías Cunha. Good ball, good take. And he's got tall. No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Corner number 2 then. Rijkaard gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He is through here! No, it's come to nothing. Well read, and the danger is averted. Neymar, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been slipped through. Matías Cunha, real chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Ibrahimovic! And with that, the final whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see. And that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Makaleli. It's Albert Ferrer. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, good-looking ball. Great ball, and he's in here! And he's managed to get free. Tries a shot! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Parma finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He's shifting through the gears here. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. He's got away. Looks across and plays it in. And here's Messi. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He's gone for goal. Keeper is right behind it.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Now, can they get him away? Cuadrado. He's found a way through. Referee's given a throw. He's in a great position here. De Bruyne unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Big chance! Loose ball. Oh, he's been... And the keeper couldn't hold it. Chiellini attempts a clearance. And that interception. Right card! And for a moment, time stood still. Darwin. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Throw in. It's going to be another throw. Ibrahimovic.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Knocks it out wide.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Looking to play him in. Xavi Alonso. That's a sharp pass. Piqué clears. Ball's gone out of play. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. So there's Massimo Otto, bit of an unsung hero perhaps, but certainly an integral part of an Italy side that conquered the world and a European champion for his club.
Yeah, and he did all that by being the picture of consistency and hard work, the way he nullified the threat of some of the biggest names in the game during his heyday, and that was really impressive.
Yeah, I remember a lot of those performances really well. Now he's off and running. No, that's been intercepted. Looking for options for movement. And here's Batistuta. And here's Mbappe. Foot in. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Mbappe. And this is Batistuta. Chance, surely! And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. Bruno Fernandes! And that's caused a worry or two. Oh, that's a key interception. Milan still without a single shot on target. Zanetti. River Plate applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand a
shot at goal! Goal! River Plate! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. He shifted it to the flank. Plays a sharp little ball here. Messi. Now the delivery. And he's taking no chances there. Goes for the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Milan choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Threads one in, and this is Messi. And that pass just didn't quite work. Zanetti gets rid without sophistication. Well, quality clearly. Mbappe! They want to be quick to recover this. And he's managed to get rid. Milan are opting for an early change in personnel. He's going for goal! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
That is good alertness. Otto. And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Tries to play it through. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. He is through here. Engages and forces him off the ball. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And a shot! River Plate appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's
a mighty effort! Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Great ball if he can get there. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Oh, well played, well played. The ball goes in, gets his head on it! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Milan take the lead. Look, chance for a shot! They've done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
River Plate are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And now he has two. So all square and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Time added on 4 minutes. And that's a nicely shaped ball. He's in space and looking for options. It's roll! Oh, that was wicked. A truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
And that's it. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time... Big chance! It's Pele! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
So, a breakthrough already. Ambitious ball here. Great vision. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He's found a way through. Here comes the corner. Milan with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. And he's gone backward here. He's tried one! Oh, it's hit the post! Raul will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Raul. A probing pass. Dink through. Some good persistent defending here. Raul really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
That's a cute ball. Raul. Driving on and making good progress. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Raul! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Raul clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he was quick to react. Tries to pass it through. And Batistuta!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Messi. That's a pretty loose pass. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Milan have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. That gets things going for the second half.
Milan really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Roll!
And that is wildly off target. Milan are still that goal to the good. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Kukçu. Now it's Raul. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there.
There's the shot! He's scored! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And Messi! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I think we'll see a lot of this guy, Eze. If he plays on the left, he loves to cut in on his stronger...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! That's really well cleared. Shoots! That's their first effort on goal.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Xavi Alonso tries to clear. Batistuta. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Milan are looking to go forward now. And he can clear it away. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Rice. Nice bit of trickery. Oh, that's fabulous. Deep cross. Milan claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Bullish header! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rudiger cuts it out. Rudiger gets it away. That's been cut out, well played. So it is still 0-0. That ball looks a good one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ibrahimovic. That's rather hopeful. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And that is a little undercooked. Now that looks a decent ball. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And that has been cut short. And they've got rid. Zanetti. Howson gets across to intercept that. Shot a goal!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Hila. It's a searching pass. Alexander-Arnold cuts out the pass. He is through here! And it's Xavi Alonso. Oh, well measured. Oh, not quite. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we're off again.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Batistuta. Oh, it's come loose. Raul. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Now it's Raul. And he's managed to get rid. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, shooting chance! And how good was that? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Corner number 2 then.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's Batistuta. Oh, cracking ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Driving on and making good progress. And he's let fly.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Tries a shot! Oh, that's fabulous! A finish of true class! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He just absolutely speared that in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Tries to dink it through. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for the run. Xavi Alonso aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Confirmation that... And that is that. Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here.
It's an honour, Peter, to be in the presence of Roberto Baggio.
Well, there've been a few pretenders down the years, but surely he is still the true prince of Italian football.
Without a doubt, something about him just inspires confidence. He plays with a different brand of passion, a mindset all of his own. A maverick.
The very best in the business. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Ibrahimovic. No way through. Rice stood up well to him there. Azar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Alexander-Arnold. First quarter of an hour gone. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, he's got space here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Beckenbauer is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Spread neatly. He's got plenty of space out wide here. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. That's a shade optimistic. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. England have reclaimed it. And it's Beckham. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Climbs up big! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, that's clever. England applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate.
He's got tall!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Roberto Baggio. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Beckham! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Raul is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Pass is just off target. Rijkaard. Pele. That's a cute ball. That's a pretty loose pass. And it's half-time here. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And the second half gets underway. Both sides defensively robust up to now. And that has been knocked clear. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, good take in a good area. Roll, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nicely shaped ball. And they've been given a corner. Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And he's in on goal. Dani Olmo gets it away. Just about within shooting range. And that is a routine catch.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
Not the most accurate pass. Tries to pass it through. Danger averted for now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Played in deep. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Played in again. Cleared without hesitation. Roll, proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. And a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Bastoni gets good distance on it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Goes for a shot! He's scored! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.